up, y'all? Today, I will be hopping on, doing some business stuff today. Got a lot of work to do, but also want to hop on and talk to you guys for a little bit. We got a jam-packed day today. We got a lot of stuff going on, and I want to run through and talk about what we are going to have. Actually have a meeting in about in about 5 minutes, but I think that's also a part of today's stream. I want to talk about business practices, and some different things that I do in my business, and I'm trying to start to do more often. It's something that is, an ever moving challenge for me. So one of the things that I want to talk about today is the Sony FX3. Some of my thoughts on Sony right now, my thoughts on where I need to be going business-wise as far as like strategy and stuff like that. But first, I want to hop on and get on this meeting. So let me actually get into this. This is actually a meeting. Business. Basically, an RFP is like just a request for services. Let me turn this down some. I feel like it's too loud. Let me actually switch over. An RFP is like a request for services. So when a business is requesting services, especially a state entity, what they're doing is they're required to reach out to multiple different businesses in order to just make it a fair and even like competition. So state entities or state programs have to basically say, hey, we need somebody to do this work. And those are some of the bigger contracts that you can get as far as video goes. If you're doing photography, videography, whatever the case may be, any type of media or even other services, finding different state entities to work with is really great. Right now, I work with about 3 or 4 of them. Well, actually, I think it's 3, basically state entities that make up a good chunk of the income that I make from video work. I do some one-off jobs here and there, but these RFPs and these bigger gigs is something that me and a few of my buddies are trying to go after. And hopefully we can get quite a few of them. They give you a little bit of leeway when it comes to, like just money and just trying to purchase gigs and trying to, run a business. So one of the things that I want to talk about is like just the general experience of like trying to prepare for a meeting like this. So like when you're like trying to go after a business like this or a entity like this, you want to make sure you have like a good show of your work. And let me pull up my website really quickly. I'll just pull up the website. I'm actually going in right now, so I'll pull up my website so you can see what that looks like. There we go. Here's my website. Here's where I try to get businesses to land. Doesn't always work out like that, but it's a good place to start a lot of times. So just having like a good website is like half the battle with a lot of these companies. Them seeing that you work and a lot of times who you work with is really important too. So this meeting should be starting in about a minute here. So I may turn this down a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, just having a good business website and like a good show of the work that you've been doing. I think this it might have updated recently. Let's see. Okay, so I got some good work up here just so for them to see it. And my friend also put me on to this idea of actually like creating a Canva link so people can see what you do and see that in a like kind of presented way that you can constantly update, um, which is a pretty cool idea. And maybe I will show you how I do that and how I plan to do that in the future. But that's my website. That's what it looks like. Still waiting for this meeting to open up. See, hopefully I got the right links. Let me see. Right links. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. All right. So I'm in the meeting now. Who is this round? Okay. Nice. Okay. So I'm seeing like so everyone's actually in this meeting trying to I'm gonna show you for a second what it looks like. So everybody's in this meeting. Do, 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 do. Let me mute. I'm gonna mute the mute everything. Oh wait. Let me turn this on. So this is basically what the meeting looks like, and so they're trying to present what they need for this requisition, and I'm hopping in, just checking it out, seeing what's going on. So again, like one of the most important things is just having that website and everything available. I don't know why I'm talking quiet because they can't hear me, but one of the most important things is having that website available for people to see the work that you've done. Them actually being able to see that I work with other state entities, hopefully, will be a bonus and a plus. So I'm gonna turn this down. Yeah, hopefully that'll be a bonus and a plus for me. So what I'm gonna do while I'm in this meeting, actually I need that turned up.
Get started. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking time out from your schedules to attend today's meeting. My name
Okay.
is Monica McKenzie, and I will serve as the purchasing and contract compliance specialist on this project. Here at BRE, safety is paramount, and we start all of our meetings with the safety.
I'm gonna actually mute for a little while. I'll be here. I'll let you kind of just hang out for a little bit, and I'll let you know what I do after this meeting. I'm going to actually pull up some notes and tape some notes down. Can you hear
Communication
me?
with
What's
persons
going on here
outside
is
from specified contacts
can
could
I mute
result
that?
in disqualification. So the purpose of this
Oh wow.
So we do have a lot of partnerships with like WJLA, or that's just to name a few. So we definitely want
If
to
you're
make
just
sure that
tuning
we
in,
do
I'm
touch on
currently in a
do not
meeting,
limit those
trying
those medias to that.
to understand what the
And
needs are for this
lastly,
RFP.
just ensuring that it
So
is
that's
consistent
what
with
I
the
am
brand
doing.
and tone, which once the award is given, we'll cover that. But that's pretty much it.
Open for questions. We're going to start with the folks that are in the room here, and then we'll go to everybody who's remote. So if you have any questions, we can try to answer some of that, and then if not, we'll ask that it be
will the delivery turnaround times vary? Like, for example, will they need them the same day or maybe 2 weeks later or things like that?
So if you're just tuning in, I'm actually in a meeting right now
They vary.
and just
Sometimes they may be
trying to get an RFP.
within 24 to 48 hours. Some may be a week. You may have a little bit longer. That's because we do use those for a lot of press release or just internal sharing. So you will be notified about the quick turnaround.
Yeah, that would be included
That would be
in the task order.
in the task order
So
request.
that you
You'll
can
have all that.
Yep.
staff and price accordingly, yeah, in terms of hours.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Ajay Cook. I'm the CEO of Done and Done. First of all, I want to start by just saying thank you guys for this opportunity. I'm excited. We will be bidding on this. But nonetheless, my question is for the very large events that you guys are having, do you have any idea how many participants? I know someone mentioned the St. Patrick's Day. I think it was like an event at the end of the year. We just want to get an idea. I know some things is kind of still up in the air. You may not know, but from the past events, do we have any idea how many participants are usually at these events?
Yeah, we could probably get you some roundabout numbers. Just submit that over in writing. Um, we have some events that we do annually, and so we can get you some numbers. It's just going to take us a little bit to pull those numbers for you.
Okay, no problem. We just want to get an idea about how big, how many people from our team need to be at.
Yeah.
We'll get more into the logistics as if we get this opportunity. All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
How far in advance is the task order issued before the event?
I mean, I think there's a discussion typically on the front end of that task order request of, hey, this is coming up and we're looking at doing this. So it's not that you're going to get a task order request and then the next day you need to get all of your folks somewhere. So there's a lot of conversations between Chet and the contractor before that task order request goes out from procurement. So you're kind of working through some of that work. So the turnaround is not going to be the next day. We're
Gotcha. So there will be some sort of schedule?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I forgot what I was gonna ask.
And the task order, I know there's a lot of questions about task orders. The task orders, is outlined in the special provisions of the RFP. So if you want to go through there and you see specific questions you have through that process, please do submit those questions in writing.
What's the process for BRE access badges?
There's a form.
Yeah.
It's
It's not lengthy, it's the form.
All right.
Yeah, hi, this is Griff Partington with Madison Film. Traditionally, when filming riders on the train, have you used talent that has been hired?
That's a great question. Yes, we have. We have used we have used talent, and we also had volunteer staff as well. I would like to say that we do prefer talent just because of we're very busy and it's really hard to get DRE staff, and it's also great to just mix up the different faces using talent staff.
And when filming on the train, I would say when I've done it in the past, I've rented some specialized equipment. Should I be bundling that in our fully burdened rate, some of that specialized equipment that would be required for filming on the train?
I feel like that would go into your.
Take that back and look at that.
Yeah. Will you submit that in writing and let us take a look at that?
Okay.
Piggybacking off that question, when it comes to the using talent and stuff like that, would that be put under the additional labor cost, or would that be something that you would want to look into just so we can properly budget for those shoots and using those type of either agencies or models?
We just do that on a task order basis. In other words, I wouldn't expect you to have to price that at this level because I don't think there's enough detail to share. Yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
The particular campaign that you are particularly proud for, or conversely, anything that, you're really looking to improve that we can take a look at?
That's a good question. I would say
Yeah.
send that in writing, but I mean,
Yeah.
I think I think that's a great
I
question.
think
So I
that's
can
a-
actually think about that.
Yeah, and I think
Think about
we
that.
can pull some links and stuff
Yeah.
through for everybody to take a look and us to kind of rattle, because I have a couple in my brain too, though, some amazing work that you guys have done. So, yeah, I know the submitted questions. And
Yeah, we got a lot of
it's-
different campaigns we work on. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to go through them.
Are there certain times or months of the year where it's going to be more active?
No. We now I know we mentioned events; those are like standard. But with us being in marketing, well, with my department, we're always brainstorming different campaigns, and with campaigns, you need media associated with that and bundled in that. So that could be it could be busy some months, it could be slow some months, but it all depends. It's pretty steady just because we are trying to get ridership back. So it's not really like a set month that is like bigger than other.
Similar to the previous question about any previous work that you might be proud of, were there any key lessons from previous teams that you might want to be aware of when we're structuring teams, either the size or scale of a team, or even just delivering creative?
Could you send that in writing, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
These are good questions.
Yeah, they
I
are.
love it.
Yeah, I guess a similar way to ask that question. How big have your crews been in the past when filming talent or filming some of these shoots? Is it a two-man crew? Could you maybe describe the crew that you've historically used?
I would say the biggest we have seen was when we did the rebrand of Tour de VRE. And that was about 6, if I'm not mistaken. And that's because I wanted to capture the rebrand, but the distance of Tour de VRE was much longer. But again, that's not every year. That was the first year that we did the rebrand, and that was the biggest. Well, then we had Standard Train, but that was under 6. It was not that many. Yeah.
Just because you mentioned distances might be out, but is all the work going to happen in Northern Virginia, or is there anything in other parts of the state?
It'll happen, sorry,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
within our. Into Washington DC.
If you are
And
just
then
tuning in, I'm in a meeting right now, trying to get an idea of what this client needs, so I can submit a proposal to this RFP. And I'll talk about it a little bit more once I get out of this meeting. right, so all done with that. I took some notes on my phone because for some reason, my keyboard disconnected. So I just got that back up, and I'm actually gonna send this to myself. Let's see. Send this to myself, and I'm gonna pull this up so that I can actually turn this into like a quick little rundown of what they're requesting and what they're asking for, and how I can properly make a proposal for this particular job. And I use AI, so I'm going to be actually using ChatGPT or maybe Gemini this time for that information, just to help kind of summarize it and get all the thoughts together, so I can look at it cleanly and actually create something that I can read and understand. So I'm gonna copy that. Let's put that into. Hold on. Let's pull up. What we gonna pull up? Oh, also let's get that music back going real quick. Let's get that music back going. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. Got that music going back. Okay. So let's pull this up, and can y'all hear that? Or is that like all right, so there we go. Yeah, so for me, I need to pull this up so I can make sure that I'm good here. Let me check the let's see. Okay, all right, bet. So all right, so like in that meeting, I'm gonna be honest with you, like a lot of just like people asking questions just to make them seem like more knowledgeable in different areas. You gotta recognize stuff like that, because that is